We live, we live. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, but we still going live. We're gonna build out a GraphQL backend service, and GraphQL was built out by Facebook. So, yeah, this is something that they built out. So I'm learning a bit about it, and we're gonna play around with it. So I disabled my cursor tab, so it won't be auto completing for me, which is gonna be nice because then I'll get to actually learn how to use how to build out my own, and then probably after that I'll just spam cursor complete once I get to know how to use it. But yeah, I'd rather get the muscle memory of actually knowing what each piece of line does. B man was good. And we were working on this a little bit yesterday, so we're just gonna. Yo, Vincent, what's up? I slept a good 6-7 hours, but yo, Alpha, what kind of interview do you want to do today? Do you want to do more object oriented? Cause I gotta prepare one. Yeah, but we're gonna build out a GraphQL service. Why are you learning Java? Is that what you just like Java, huh? What even is a OOP? What is even a OOP interview these days? Nice. That makes sense. Cause what are you used to? Just the dynamically typed ones. Why not just C++ or something? Or sorry, like the dynamic ones, dynamic languages. Yeah, TypeScript. Alpha, I have an interesting setup here right now. Ruben, what's good? I'm actually using Flow instead of TypeScript. So it's a static type checker for JavaScript, but pretty much I'll show you how it works. You can create like functions right here, const add to numbers. But you can be like param one, and you could say this is a number. It's kind of similar to TypeScript param two. This is a number, and then we could return param one plus param two. So takes in two numbers and returns the numbers. Then you could do add two numbers. What if we pass in? What is it saying now? Okay, it requires argument. What if we pass in like a number here and then we pass in 3? Ruben, what's up? You can see right there, param2 because string is incompatible with number. So this is a bit interesting too because we have to use Babel to pretty much compile it to remove the type annotations. So I have another package right here. I could do like npm run build, and that converts it to this, and that's what's it's almost like TypeScript where it transpiles the code, but we're using Babel instead of like the TypeScript compiler. So I think it's just interesting, different technique or different style to do it. You can go for like that. Yeah, but then we run nodemon and we're watching server.js, and as server.js actually changes, we're using Flow instead. So apparently it's a more lightweight type checker than TypeScript. It's the same thing. You do type annotations as well, but it's a bit more manual because now we have to compile. Like we set up the compiler yourself. I don't even know. Let's see. You might not be able to. Variable declarations. Okay, wait, they create a type. Let's see, type hierarchy. In your current job, do they go hard with the types? Like everything's typed? Or can you be lazy too and not type something you just created? Can you create types and interfaces using Flow? So Alpha, yeah, back on my GraphQL. So Alpha, basically, Alpha, basically, you can create your own types. So let's try this out. Let's go like, say, print person. Then you take we'll say like type equals person. And like, how do you define it? And we could say name string, age number. We could say date of birth is also a number. Can we do person? Param1 console .log person, or let's see if we could do some type inference. So okay, it says that it takes in a person, returns a person, and figures that out. And then when we say print person, we could see that is incompatible with person 1. So what if we go like this? Age is missing, okay. So we add age and we say 1, 2, 3. We say name James. So now that works, right? What if we convert this to, okay, if we convert this to this? Cannot call. String is incompatible with number. Okay, yeah, it kind of works exactly like TypeScript. Then we can say date of birth. It's complaining. What if we say this is required and we remove it? The whole thing complains. I think the upside is it's a lot faster, supposedly. Let's ask this. What's the upside of using Flow instead of TypeScript? faster. Yeah, Alpha, does this happen to you too where TypeScript is just really slow? I've worked when I'm working with a super large TypeScript code base, sometimes the TypeScript compiler literally just doesn't run. Or I have to keep restarting my VS Code or add RAM to my VS Code so it can support the type checker. Did that ever happen to you or not really? Yeah, it's so annoying. Yo, anyone in the chat, just comment if you want a coding interview today. Let's see. This device. Yo, Alpha. Yo, Keith, what's good? Yo, Alpha. Somebody is asking if they can switch a slot with you. Let's see, Octonaut. Check the general. Maybe we can do yours ahead of time, too. Or let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll just switch it up a bit. Yo, Keith, what's up? The Alpha's a legend. Yo, what's good? He's done already. I don't run. It was beta breakers today. Chat. It was sick. Let's see. Alpha, Octonaut. Let's get it. Keith, what are you up to today? Are you hanging out with your girl today? Octonaut, Robert's RAM. One, two, three. NCG solution. I just cold applied. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get leak code, but have you heard of anything like that? What's NCG stand for? Never heard of anything. New college grad solution architect. I'm not sure if they're gonna ask you lead code, honestly. But go on, try to look on Glassdoor, go on Indeed, or not Indeed, lead code. You got this, man. Where's your, who are you applying for? Or what's the company? Yo, what's up? What's up? What's Toast? Is the company? Any tips of advice? I mean, make sure you go through the process of clarifying the requirements. Yo, what's up? What's up? Point of sales. Toast is fire. Yo, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, if you really grind the whole summer, you're gonna be cracked at lead code 100%, 100%. What should I focus on besides lead code as a self-taught? Um, Dude, just do projects. Do a ton of projects. Try to do projects that have impact and that have users. That will help you land interviews, and then from there, data structures and algorithms are fundamental to the field. So having a good grasp in those is gonna set you apart. Do you like it when someone dry runs their code? It doesn't really matter to me. It more depends on the company that I'm interview, like the company that I work for. Some companies they want you to get working code. Well, most companies they'll tell you what they prefer, and you just have to follow that. So in some companies they tell me we want to prefer working code by the end of it. So I literally don't care if they dry run it or not. Like if they want to just keep running the code over and over to see if it's worked with a ton of print statements, as long as they get it done, I'm happy. But some other companies they want you to dry run and walk through the different steps. That's less of the case. So I would say just ask your interviewer and be flexible enough to do anything. It all depends on the company's criteria. Every company has different criteria, you know. Yo, man, you got this. Wait, I had a. I'll send you I'll send you a very basic rubric that you should try to follow. Um, you got this. You got this. So first, steps in interview. First, one, clarify requirements. So that means read the question and make sure that you're understanding. I love that kind of had was following what you were showing. Yeah. First step, clarify requirements. Step 2, discuss one or more candidate solutions. I mean, start with like literally you can. I'd love to hop in for Liko Slan. Yeah, I'm down. Hop into Discord. So discuss one or more or candidate solutions. Right. Wait. Okay, fix that. Thank you. It's not bad to jump into the optimal solution if it's if it's just clearly obvious, but it's also not bad to name the naive solutions as well. Like if you could just talk about multiple solutions, it just makes you look better because you know multiple ways to solve the problem. Yeah, and then just make sure you're careful and capture all the edge cases and stuff. Yeah, you got this, man. You got this. Okay, let's do some GraphQL. So we're gonna do. Well, we're gonna create a simple one. Yo, what's up? We're gonna create a simple one. What should we create? We might create like a. What was that one that I was watching online? It was like games reviews, authors. So we're gonna have like a graph. Or let me see. Let me think of a good case. Let me think of a good of a good use case. Let's do like friends in a graph or something. It's pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it. Let's do pets. So we're gonna build like a simple pets. Going to build a pets API. We can create pets, create owners. Well, there's gonna be. I feel like there's gonna be a few resources. There's gonna be owners, and then pets, and then maybe we'll have like relationship between. I'm new to LeetCode and I have an idea of how to solve a question, but I'm not sure how to code it. Would it be best to search it up on YouTube every time I run into this situation? I mean, I would try doing it yourself and then spend about 20 minutes. And if you can't get it, look it up. I have one doubt. I am beginner at Python, so enough to get into top companies of Google. It depends. Like, what's your background? I would say if to get into Google and Meta, you need to be pretty good at Python and well, you just need to be good at data structures and algorithms. Not actually really good at Python, but usually, if you're not good at Python, you're gonna have like you might not be able to implement the algorithm really well. Yo, message me on Discord. Message me on Discord. Actually, I'll post it right here quick. I'll do yeah, get good at Python. Okay. Here, take a screenshot. This is just one rubric that you could get. Every company has their own rubric, so I would just take that with a grain of salt. Some actually want you to get working code, so this dry run part is not really as like needed. And then we have like, these are the nodes. And then we could have some edges, which is like owners who are friends, pets who are friends, pets who are enemies, owners who are enemies. I can't spell. So we're gonna create. What are the different parts of owner? I mean, they're probably gonna have a name, maybe an age. Just put like a date of birth and year, month, date. Yep, let's get it. Just grind it. I'm glad you enjoyed my videos, and I'm glad that you got something out of it. Really, a lot of companies are asking for Java and Spring Boot. Honestly, my opinion is Java and Spring Boot is just, if you know Node.js, if you know Express, if you know a backend framework, then you'll be able to ramp up on that pretty easy. So if you did like Django and Python object oriented, you'll be able to learn Java and Spring Boot. Pretty well. A lot of things transfer over. Spring Boot is just a web framework, right? And it depends on where you live. Honestly, where I live, most people are not hiring Java and Spring Boot. They're hiring Node.js, TypeScript, JavaScript developers. That's the main thing people use out in the Bay Area. Joshua was good. How do I define a type? Yo, long time no see. Type owner. Yo, Python DSA. There's so many. Dude, getting into big tech is actually it could take long for some. It could take fast for some people, but it could take years for other people too. So it's not just learning Python DSA then you automatically get it. Landing a job interview at a big tech company is hard and gets harder and harder. So I think overall just focus on building great things, and I mean, you'll get into it eventually, but it's like you can't really choose when you want to do it because you might never, like, getting an interview comes random. Say, swear I gained some weight. No way. I probably put on a few pounds, but I've been hitting the gym. So let me code this up a bit, but like Python and stuff, there's a bunch. I'm getting cooked by the chat. Name, string. Type query equals. I need like GraphQL syntax highlighting. Nice. Type query owners. Return like a what language did I know? Python, English. Yeah. ID. So we have a query that, oh, I think I think it has to be like this. Then I say owners. Returns this. Okay, wait. It's like it's not even indented properly. Interview prep, yeah, 2 PST. Everyone hop on the thing, 2 PST. So we have a owner, a type owner, has an ID and a name. And then we have a query type and we can get the owners and then return a list of owners. So let's just like npm run dev. So we can like explore the schema. Query get owners. Owners. ID. Name. Nice. You just get straight up the name. What else? We're gonna have like can we have recursive of like friends equals a list of owners like this? Is that actually works? Yo, it's pretty good so far. Learning a lot. It's fun to like learn new things. How many patterns do I know? Most of the common ones, probably 10 to 15. Thank you, thank you. Hanish, I work for a company called Nova Credit. I'll send it to you. I'm still figuring out what I'm still learning about what my team is doing, so I'll let you know about it at some point. This was my first company. Awesome guy, was good. Yeah, I've done Sudoku on LeetCode. Type. Pet. Yeah, I've done that question already. I've even done like the Sudoku solver. You want to see my solution? How do you copy and paste this? This is my solution. Really? Let's see. What's optimal? What's so bad at, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. The last loop? Well, it's looking through all of the different elements, and then first it's checking if it's in the same sub box. Element. Where's sub boxes? I mean, you could probably do it all in one loop, maybe. Yeah, you could probably do it all in one loop. I don't know. I just did it in three. So I just do it in three different loops. We check all the rows are good. Then we check all the columns are good. And then this last loop checks if all the sub boxes are good. I don't think it's bad. It's not that bad, this question. Maybe we'll see. Yo, I'll ask it to somebody later. We'll see. That's a good question. I'm going to ask someone this later. Honey, it's just practice. Study all the different patterns and stuff. And I've done a ton of lead code questions. It's all just practice, man. It's all just practice. Owner. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll ask somebody in the coding interview, but honestly, this valid Sudoku one, you kind of just reuse the same. I reuse the same. Yeah, you have to do like a backtracking algorithm. It's just a little bit harder. Try it out if you're bored. Do this one and then build up. Yeah, yeah. Schemas and types. Okay. So we have owner. Owner has an ID. It has a name. I'm just playing around with GraphQL. You'll pay me if I could solve that valid one. Maybe not in 10 minutes. Might take me a second, but owners. Pets. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Be right back. Yo, awesome guy. Give me some more questions for later. Yo, I signed an NDA. I can't really talk about that. How do I import? Are you also interested in like DevOps, cloud engineering? Yeah, I'm pretty much interested in the whole stack, but there's just so much to learn. There's nothing I'm not interested in, honestly. I'm more interested in building things. So whatever it takes to get that thing up and running. And I like to know across like the whole stack. Return owners like this. Yeah, I feel like you just keep expanding and expanding your scope. Friends. Generate me 4 random pet names. Yo, anybody have good lead code questions that I should ask the candidates? Those are terrible. Those are terrible pet names. Nice. Those are good. These are better. Ooh. Oh, it's premium. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this. How long do you think that would take? Okay, one question type thing. All right. ID. Probably read this from a database at some point. Nope, don't know who that is. The EBK guy. Pets. Pet. What crash? What valley accent? Like LA Valley or SF Valley? Oh, I'm down. Yeah, people keep talking about that one. That Prisma. Yo, Stoic, what's good? Nice to see you. So now let's start defining some of the relationships. Let's see, how do we fetch a early because this is just the warm-up stream. I'm just gathering some I'm just working out. I'm gonna stream later in a couple hours. We're gonna do a ton of coding interviews. This is what most people come for on my channel, so we're gonna get it in today. Owner 3, owner 1, 2, 3. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the mocks are gonna be in 2.5 hours. How in depth do you have to explain your projects? Probably not that in depth. Most new guys barely have projects. Lip syncing tools? No. Oh shit, what the hell is this? Oh damn. Payroll interview prep. Yo, this is a good, if you want to understand, if you want to, I think this person, Hype Dog, this person does a good job of going in depth on their projects in this behavioral interview. Watch this video. This is a good example. This person got a job at Jane Street. Or this person got the job at 2 Sigma. I forget, like one of those hedge funds. The market is okay. The market is okay, but if you have experience, they're looking to hire people for sure. Owner pets. How do we get a pets? Yeah, they get paid a ton. If they're sweet tooth, probably makes it easier. Quick start. Yo, what's up? What's up? Suspense. How do we get the? How do we do the resolvers? Let's see. Resolver chains. This is where. It was pretty good. Learning a lot. Books, author. Books, schema definition, library, brings back the library and it has a books. Okay, this is how we resolve it. We have a books. Okay, we just have to pass in a parent. Pets, dot filter. Yo, man, appreciate it. Good luck on transitioning. Let's build some owner type. Type owner. You're glad you enjoyed the content. Type. ID, name, string. Yo, what's up? What's up? Liam. More GraphQL grinding. I remember when we were grinding GraphQL like 7 years ago. We were working when we first, or 4 years ago when we were building our Chrome extension. We were doing GraphQL. That's so funny. Can you do like recursive type like this? String. Owner. Friends. It's like a pet array. Is this valid flow? ID. We do types.js. Export. Can you export types here? This is old school. Can you do this? How do I define types in a separate file and import them using flow or static type checking? How can I turn a package into a module for import? Type syntax. Or do I need to modify? This thing's capping. This thing's hallucinating. Or doesn't know this basic. Damn. I'm getting allergies. Owner. Okay. Okay, it's working. It's working. Now it's saying these are string. Should be number. Perfect. No. Friends should be like a list of int. Should be a number list. Pets. Who's complaining about? Okay. Friends to. So I'm friends with Keith, and Keith friends with Patrick. Okay, now everything is typed. Or pet. Parent. Owner. So when we go like parent dot, okay, nice. So when we have to get pets from the owner, we can loop through the pets. We can filter. Okay, let's see if this works. Owners. ID. Name. Pets. ID. Name. I'll just do name. whiskers and shadow. Whiskers. Wait, how do we get the pets? Pets were the... Oh wait, where the... Pets are where the owner is equal. Okay, this fix that query. Nice. So okay, this is coming together. This GraphQL. Nice. So saying whiskers and shadow belong to me. Let's do it by name instead. Let's say the name is the ID. I don't know. Maybe AI, Gen AI stuff. I need to focus more on that. We'll move the ID. Says I'm friends with Keith. Friends with Patrick. I'll say this is owned by... Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the core tech because I want to move up, you know, so I need to learn all the stuff that they're doing and understand the processes, and then yeah, from there move up. So we say when we try to get the pets, we filter over the pets where the owner is equal to parent dot name. No, it's just regular, bro. Not that overwhelming. Okay. So James owns Whisker and Shadow. Keith owns Gizmo and Pepper. Patrick owns Pepper. I think Patrick actually had a dog named Pepper. I'm still learning PHP. But I think GraphQL is the part I just need to make sure I lock that in. Okay, now we can have owner and we can show the owners. Owner has pets. Pets. Nice. So now we can get an owner and their pets. And let's do simple. Let's like define some friends. We already have that in the data. Let's do owners. Friends. Doesn't say, okay. We need to define how you get friends of an owner. So to get friends, give it like a parent, owner, return owners. So filter owner id, or so how would we get the owner? So we need to fetch the owner and then look through the friends. So we'll say const friends of owner equals owners dot find just so that the owner equals parent dot name. So these are the friends of owner. Return owners, filter such that the friends of owner dot includes friends of owner is a list. Friends of owner. So we go to the owners and we find an owner such that the owner name is equal. Okay, like this. What's complaining about now? You're making it like a GraphQL endpoint or a GraphQL service. Dot friends. So James is friend with Keith. Keith is friends with Patrick. Patrick is not friends with any of us. Yeah, I'm just building like a simple graph data structure of like a bunch of owners and friends. Because with GraphQL, you have to really think in terms of, you need to think in terms of graphs. So we have pets and friends. Now we for pet. For pet, how do I get my owner? Okay, let's do some queries on the pet. Okay, we can't get the owner. So say pet owner. So parent pet return owners dot find. So that the owner owner.id is equal to parent dot owner. Something like this. Owners, pets, name. So we're saying Yeah. So we have whiskers. We have the owner is James. The shadow. Okay, the name owner is James. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so I think we have like a very simple GraphQL server spun up, and we're using. Yeah, we're able to run queries on it. We're able to get our owners here. Yo, go on my you can find my LinkedIn by looking at my channel description. Just go here. What if we want to get the owners and we want to get the pets? What if we want to get the owners? Do we want to get the friends? And then we want to get like the name here, but we want to get the friends. And we just want to grab the pets. The name of the pets. Look how flexible it is. What happened? So friends with Keith. Keith is friends with Patrick. Let's say me and Keith are friends with each other. Owner. James is friends with Keith. Keith is friends with James. Okay. So James is friends with Keith. Nice. Cool. How long has the stream been? Okay, that's a very simple GraphQL endpoint. We learned a lot. We played around with actually defining some resolvers, some types, and yeah, probably gonna take a break here, but I'm gonna be back on in literally 2 hours. And we're going to be running coding interviews live. So tune in 2 hours. Tune in 2 hours, everyone. We're going to be running live coding interviews. Thanks for tuning in and playing around with GraphQL a little bit. Thank you. We'll just commit this code real quick. Save and commit. There, we have a very basic GraphQL. We're typing with flow. We have some resolvers. Pretty fun stuff. All right, I'll see y'all. Be ready to hop on to the next stream when we're gonna be doing live coding interviews. Be prepared. It's gonna be a good time. Catch y'all in literally 2 hours, or yeah, around 2 hours. Peace.